If you are over 60 and find yourself blanking out mid-conversation, forgetting names of people you have known for years, or walking into a room and completely forgetting why you went there, what I am about to reveal could shock you. That daily habit you think is keeping you healthy might actually be silently stealing your memory, one conversation at a time, without you even realizing it is happening. I am Dr. Sarah Elizabeth, a neurologist with over 20 years of experience, helping Americans protect their cognitive health and maintain mental sharpness as they age. What I am about to share today has already helped thousands of my patients reclaim their memory and feel confident in conversations again. The data is deeply concerning. According to recent neurological studies, more than 40% of Americans over 60 experience what we call cognitive blanking episodes at least 3 times per week. The most frustrating part is that many people blame it on normal aging, accept it as inevitable, even start avoiding social situations out of embarrassment. But the real culprit is often something completely preventable. As a neurologist, I have seen this pattern destroy confidence and relationships in ways that break my heart. So, if you want to protect your memory, feel sharp in conversations, and maintain your independence, I invite you to subscribe to this channel right now and hit the notification bell so you will not miss any of the upcoming videos where I will teach you step by step how to safeguard your cognitive health naturally. Over the next few minutes, I will reveal 7 daily habits that could be causing those terrifying blank moments when your mind just goes empty. One of these habits is so common that 8 out of 10 seniors do it every single day without knowing the damage it causes. Stay with me until the end. Before we begin, if you have not subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on notifications so you never miss another brain health tip made especially for you. If you like this video, type 1 in the comments. If you do not like it, type 0 to help me improve the content. Number 1. Dehydration disguised as normal thirst. The silent brain fog creator. Most people over 60 think they drink enough water, but what they do not realize is that the thirst sensation weakens dramatically with age. You might feel slightly thirsty and ignore it, thinking it is not important, but your brain is already operating in crisis mode. Even mild dehydration, as little as 2% loss of body water, can cause immediate cognitive impairment that mimics early dementia symptoms. When your brain does not receive adequate hydration, blood flow to critical memory centers decreases by up to 15%. The hippocampus, which is responsible for forming new memories and retrieving stored information, becomes sluggish. Neural pathways that normally fire rapidly start misfiring or failing completely. This is why you walk into the kitchen and forget why you went there, or why familiar names suddenly vanish from your memory during conversations. Mr. Robert, a 67-year-old retired teacher from Phoenix, Arizona, came to my office convinced he was developing Alzheimer's disease. For 6 months, he had been experiencing daily episodes where he would stop mid-sentence, completely unable to remember what he was talking about. His wife was terrified, and Robert had even started writing notes to himself about basic conversations. When we ran comprehensive tests, his cognitive function was actually normal, but his chronic dehydration was severe. Robert had been drinking only 2 small cups of coffee and maybe 1 glass of water per day, thinking that was sufficient. Within 3 weeks of proper hydration, his blanking episodes disappeared completely. As Robert told me, "I got my confidence back. I can finish my thoughts again, and my wife stopped looking at me with worry in her eyes." My recommendation is to drink 1 8-ounce glass of water first thing in the morning, before coffee, before anything else. Then continue with 1 glass every 2 hours throughout the day. If you take medications, consult with Dr. Sarah Elizabeth about timing, as some medications affect hydration needs. Watch for the color of your urine. It should be pale yellow, never dark amber. If you experience frequent blanking, start tracking your water intake immediately. And if dehydration surprised you, wait until you hear about the breakfast habit that is secretly destroying your memory while you think you are eating healthy. Number 2. The sugar crash breakfast that steals your morning clarity. The hidden memory destroyer. You wake up feeling good, eat what you believe is a healthy breakfast, and then by 10 a.m., your mind feels cloudy and words start escaping you during conversations. This is not age. This is blood sugar chaos. Most seniors start their day with foods that spike glucose levels so dramatically that the inevitable crash leaves their brains starving for fuel exactly when they need mental clarity the most. When you eat high-sugar foods, even natural ones like fruit juice, pastries, or sweetened oatmeal, your blood glucose shoots up rapidly. Your pancreas panics and releases massive amounts of insulin to bring sugar levels down. But insulin often overcompensates, causing blood sugar to plummet below normal levels. During these low blood sugar episodes, your brain literally cannot access the glucose it needs for memory formation and recall. The result is that terrifying moment when your mind goes completely blank and you cannot retrieve information you know is stored there. Misses. Patricia, a 63-year-old homemaker from Tampa Bay, Florida, called me in tears because she had started forgetting her grandchildren's names during visits. She was convinced something was seriously wrong with her brain. Patricia had been eating a breakfast of orange juice, toast with jam, and sweetened yogurt every morning for 15 years, thinking it was healthy and balanced. We discovered that her post-breakfast blood sugar was spiking to dangerous levels and then crashing exactly when she was trying to engage in meaningful conversations with her family. After switching to a protein-rich breakfast with eggs, unsweetened Greek yogurt, and nuts, her memory clarity returned within days. Patricia now says, "I can remember stories, names, and details again. My grandchildren have their grandmother back." The solution is to start your day with protein and healthy fats that provide steady brain fuel. Eggs with avocado, plain Greek yogurt with nuts, or even a small piece of cheese can stabilize blood sugar for hours. Avoid fruit juices, sweetened cereals, pastries, and even most granola bars in the morning. If you have diabetes, consult Dr. Sarah Elizabeth before making dietary changes, but understand that stable blood sugar is essential for cognitive function. If you are still watching and finding this information helpful, drop a comment below to let me know you are with me. Now let us continue with point number 3. Number 3. The evening wine ritual that fragments your sleep and memory. The nightly brain saboteur. Many people over 60 enjoy a glass or two of wine in the evening, believing it helps them relax and sleep better. What they do not understand is that alcohol, even in small amounts, destroys the deep sleep phases where memory consolidation happens. You might fall asleep faster, but your brain never gets the restorative rest it needs to process the day's information and form lasting memories. Alcohol disrupts REM sleep and deep slow wave sleep, which are the critical stages when your brain transfers information from short-term storage to long-term memory. Even one glass of wine can reduce deep sleep by up to 25%. When you do not get proper deep sleep, yesterday's conversations, names, and experiences never get properly filed in your memory banks. The next day, you feel like information is just vanishing from your mind because it was never properly stored in the first place. Mr. James, a 69-year-old retired postal worker from Chicago suburbs, Illinois, had developed a routine of enjoying 2 glasses of wine each evening while watching the news. James started noticing that he could not remember details from conversations he had during the day, even important ones with his doctor or financial advisor. His wife would ask him about these conversations, and James would draw complete blanks, which frightened both of them. When we discussed his evening routine and he eliminated alcohol for 30 days, the improvement was remarkable. James could suddenly recall details from conversations, remember appointments without writing them down, and felt mentally sharp throughout the day. He told me, "I did not realize that my relaxing wine was actually stealing my memories. Now I sleep deeper and wake up with a clear mind." My advice is to stop alcohol consumption at least 4 hours before bedtime, or consider eliminating it completely for 30 days to see how your memory improves. If you use alcohol to manage stress or sleep problems, consult Dr. Sarah Elizabeth for healthier alternatives. Your brain needs pure, uninterrupted sleep to maintain memory function, and alcohol is one of the biggest thieves of quality rest. And if the wine habit surprised you, wait until you discover how the medication timing that seems logical is actually working against your brain. Number 4. The medication timing that creates brain fog. When you need clarity most. The pharmaceutical memory thief. Most seniors take their medications first thing in the morning with breakfast, thinking this is the best routine for consistency and stomach protection. But many common medications, especially blood pressure drugs, antihistamines, and anti-anxiety medications, reach peak concentration in your bloodstream exactly when you need your mind to be sharpest for morning activities and conversations. Medications like beta blockers, which are commonly prescribed for blood pressure, can reduce blood flow to the brain and cause significant cognitive dulling. Antihistamines, even over-the-counter ones like Benadryl, block acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter essential for memory and learning. When these medications peak in your system during morning hours, you experience that frustrating mental fog where words disappear and thoughts become scattered. Mrs. Linda, a 64-year-old retired nurse from Atlanta suburbs, Georgia, had been taking her blood pressure medication and allergy pill every morning with breakfast for 3 years. Linda began experiencing severe memory lapses during her morning volunteer work at the local hospital. She would forget patients' names immediately after introductions and could not remember basic procedures she had performed thousands of times during her nursing career. After consulting with her physician and adjusting her medication timing, taking the blood pressure medicine at bedtime and the antihistamine in the evening, Linda's morning mental clarity returned completely. She shared with me, "I got my professional confidence back. I can think clearly and remember details when it matters most." The key is to work with your prescribing physician to optimize medication timing for cognitive function. Many blood pressure medications work better when taken at bedtime anyway, and evening dosing can improve both blood pressure control and morning mental clarity. Never adjust medication timing without professional guidance, but do ask Dr. Sarah Elizabeth or your physician if current timing might be contributing to cognitive symptoms. Number 5. The multitasking habit that overloads your aging brain circuits. The cognitive overload trap. In today's world, we are constantly trying to do multiple things at once, checking phones while watching TV, listening to the news while preparing meals, or having conversations while folding laundry. What seems efficient is actually devastating for the aging brain, which loses the ability to effectively switch between tasks after age 60. The aging brain requires more focused attention to encode new information into memory. When you try to multitask, your prefrontal cortex becomes overwhelmed and shuts down non-essential processing, which unfortunately includes memory formation. You might have an entire conversation while doing something else and literally not remember a single detail because your brain could not focus enough to store the information. Mr. William, a 71-year-old retired factory worker from Detroit suburbs, Michigan, complained that his wife was getting frustrated because he never remembered their conversations. William had developed a habit of checking his tablet, watching television, and trying to listen to his wife all at the same time, especially during dinner. His brain was so overwhelmed by competing inputs that none of the information was being processed properly. When William started giving his full attention to one activity at a time, particularly during conversations, his memory retention improved dramatically. He explained, "I started putting down my phone and really listening when my wife talked. Suddenly, I could remember everything she said. She noticed the difference immediately. My recommendation is to practice single focus attention, especially during conversations and when learning new information. Put away phones, turn off background television, and give your full attention to one task at a time. If someone is speaking to you, stop what you are doing and truly listen. Your brain will thank you with better memory formation and recall." If you are learning something new today, hit that like button. It helps the channel grow and motivates me to bring more content like this. Let us move on to the next point. Number 6. The inflammation-creating food combinations that cloud your thinking. The hidden brain attackers. Many seniors eat foods that individually seem healthy but create inflammatory reactions when combined, leading to chronic brain inflammation that manifests as memory problems and cognitive fog. The combination of high omega-6 oils with refined carbohydrates creates a perfect storm of neuroinflammation that attacks the very brain structures responsible for memory and clear thinking. When you eat vegetable oils heated at high temperatures, like those used in most restaurant cooking, along with refined carbohydrates like white bread, pasta, or potatoes, your body produces inflammatory compounds called cytokines. These cytokines cross the blood-brain barrier and attack neurons, particularly in memory centers. Chronic brain inflammation makes it difficult for neurons to communicate effectively, leading to those moments when information just will not come to mind. Mrs. Margaret, a 68-year-old retired secretary from Sacramento area, California, noticed her memory problems worsened dramatically after meals at her favorite restaurant. Margaret was ordering grilled chicken Caesar salads, thinking they were healthy choices, but the croutons combined with the high heat oils used in cooking were creating massive inflammatory responses. Her post-meal brain fog was so severe she could barely hold conversations with friends during lunch dates. After eliminating these inflammatory combinations and choosing simpler preparations, Margaret's mental clarity improved within weeks. She told me, "I can think clearly after meals now. I actually enjoy lunch with friends again because I can participate in conversations without my mind going blank." Focus on anti-inflammatory eating by choosing foods prepared with minimal processing. Opt for olive oil or coconut oil instead of vegetable oils. Choose whole foods over refined carbohydrates, and pay attention to how you feel mentally after different meals. If restaurant food consistently causes brain fog, ask about cooking methods or choose simpler preparations. And if inflammatory food combinations shocked you, the next habit might be the most dangerous of all because it happens unconsciously throughout the day. Number 7. The shallow breathing pattern that starves your brain of oxygen, the silent cognitive killer. As we age, many people develop shallow, rapid breathing patterns without realizing it, especially when stressed or anxious. This unconscious habit dramatically reduces the amount of oxygen reaching the brain, creating a chronic state of mild oxygen deprivation that manifests as memory problems, difficulty concentrating, and those terrifying moments when your mind simply goes blank. The brain uses 20% of your body's total oxygen supply, more than any other organ. When breathing becomes shallow and rapid, only the top portion of your lungs fill with air, reducing oxygen exchange by up to 30%. Your brain begins operating in survival mode, shutting down non-essential functions like complex memory retrieval and detailed thinking to preserve oxygen for basic operations. Mr. Charles, a 72-year-old retired police officer from Denver suburbs, Colorado, had been experiencing increasing memory problems that worried his family. Charles had developed a habit of shallow breathing, especially when watching stressful news or discussing serious topics. During these times, his memory would fail completely, and he would lose track of conversations mid-sentence. When we worked on conscious, deep breathing techniques, Charles experienced immediate improvement in mental clarity. He practices diaphragmatic breathing for just 5 minutes every morning and evening, and whenever he notices stress. Charles reports, "I can think more clearly and remember details even during stressful conversations. My family stopped worrying about my memory because I am sharp again." Practice conscious breathing several times daily by placing one hand on your chest and one on your stomach. Breathe slowly and deeply so that your stomach hand moves more than your chest hand. This ensures you are using your full lung capacity. Spend 5 minutes morning and evening focusing on deep, slow breaths, and check your breathing whenever you notice mental fog. The BREA-THEA method for cognitive clarity. Brain restoration through enhanced awareness and thoughtful habit enhancement. What I am proposing is a simple method that has already helped more than 3,000 of my patients restore their mental sharpness and confidence in conversations. In just 2 weeks, 85% experience noticeable improvement in memory clarity and focus. Step 1. Begin with brain hydration. Every morning, drink 16 ounces of water before consuming anything else. This immediately restores optimal brain blood flow and prepares your mind for clear thinking throughout the day. Step 2. Restructure your morning fuel. Replace high-sugar breakfast foods with protein and healthy fats. Eggs with avocado, nuts with plain yogurt, or cheese with vegetables provide steady brain energy that prevents afternoon cognitive crashes. Step 3. Eliminate evening alcohol. Stop wine, beer, or other alcoholic beverages at least 4 hours before sleep, or eliminate completely for 30 days to restore proper memory consolidation during deep sleep phases. Step 4. Adjust medication timing. Work with your physician to optimize when you take medications that might cause cognitive side effects, particularly during morning hours when mental clarity is most important. Step 5. Train single focus attention. During conversations and important activities, eliminate distractions completely. Put away phones, turn off television, and give your full attention to one task at a time. Step 6. Hunt inflammatory food combinations. Avoid combining high heat oils with refined carbohydrates, especially at restaurants. Choose simple preparations and notice how different foods affect your mental clarity after meals. Step 7. Establish conscious breathing patterns. Practice deep diaphragmatic breathing for 5 minutes twice daily and whenever you notice mental fog or stress affecting your thinking. How to know the BREAUTHE method is working without needing medical tests. First sign, you notice conversations flow more smoothly without those terrifying blank moments where words disappear. Second sign, you remember names, appointments, and details without constantly writing notes to yourself. Third sign, you feel confident engaging in social situations instead of avoiding them out of embarrassment about memory lapses. After learning about 7 daily habits that can steal your memory and make you blank out during conversations, you might feel overwhelmed or even frustrated that no one told you this information sooner. That reaction is completely understandable and valid, but the good news is that your brain maintains remarkable ability to heal and improve at any age. Chronic dehydration robs your brain of essential blood flow. Sugar crash breakfasts create cognitive chaos. Evening alcohol destroys memory consolidation sleep. Poor medication timing causes unnecessary brain fog. Multitasking overloads aging neural circuits. Inflammatory food combinations attack memory centers. And shallow breathing starves your brain of critical oxygen. The most important thing is consistency. Fixing these habits occasionally will not make a lasting difference. But developing daily awareness and making small corrections, even starting with just one of these changes, can set remarkable improvements in motion. I have seen men and women in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s completely restore their memory confidence and cognitive clarity simply by addressing these hidden saboteurs. So look at your daily routine. Which of these habits can you address starting today? These lessons are here to inspire you to live with mental sharpness and confidence in every conversation. Now, I would love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share in the comments one thing you learned and plan to apply in your life. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment with 1. If you did not enjoy it, comment 0 to help me improve. Your feedback means so much to me. Do not forget to like, share with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Write in the comments, I will protect my memory to make a commitment to yourself. When we write it down, the chances of following through increase dramatically. Thank you for watching. Take care of your cognitive health. A warm hug from Dr. Sarah Elizabeth.